And if people want to call me a slut or say I look like a slut, it doesn't matter because I don't give a what people think about me, and you shouldn't care either.
Oh my god. I'll quote Joan Jett. You know the song Don't Give a Damn About My Reputation? Literally. That's a perfect description of what just happened here. The irony being, look at Joan Jett's long-term outcomes and tell me that, like, you see what I'm saying? You can't behave like a man and expect to have good outcomes as a woman. It doesn't work. Okay, let's continue.
Women, they can grow a whole human being in their tummy, bro. Bleed non-stop for a week, sometimes more. Not to mention, we are 10 steps ahead of the men in the mind at all times.
How she could believe this. Oh my god. So this is just a demonstration of the women are wonderful thing, right? Women are the best. They're so cool. They're so awesome, man. And they're so much better than men. It's literally, this girl's just regurgitating exactly all of the cultural messages that she's heard from TV, from her mom and dad, from her teachers, from all the billboards. That she's just regurgitating all of that in this 1-minute clip. The irony being that the critical thinking present in such a TikTok is nil, right? It's literally, let me demonstrate what a cultural understander I am. Like, there is no innovation, there is no free thought, there is no difference of opinion from the norm. There is just the norm here. Hello and welcome to the heliosblog. My name is Helios, here for another reaction video. If you're new to the channel, liking the content, please give me a sub, hit all for notifications. If you're listening on the podcast, give me a 5-star review, give me a follow. If you'd like me to comment on a video, compilation, blog post, Reddit post, whatever, send it to theheliosblog@gmail.com. Again, if you agree or disagree with the points I'm making, please leave a comment. That's what the comment section is for. Let's continue.
You give us a weird look, boom. I know exactly what you're thinking about doing, what you might have done, what you didn't do. We already...
That is absolutely untrue. Because if it were true, then women wouldn't be selecting the exact men that they complain about, right? They would actually be able to make good decisions in the dating marketplace and have no issues long term, right? They would choose good men, they would marry good men, they would have kids with good men. They wouldn't be single mothers, etc. If they were 10 steps ahead of the men, then they should be able to achieve their, their biological strategy, their biological imperative, right? But instead, what they have is ubiquitous single motherhood and just getting ran through and not being able to find commitment, right? So instead of being realistic and getting a good man so that they can be supported and have an actual good life, we get the modern world. And yeah, so women are so ahead, right? Ridiculous.
know, and we're mad. We can have a knife to the throat, ready to slice and dice and end it all. And then as soon as you bring us food, it's like nothing ever happened. We are...
Yeah, that's called emotional roller coaster. And that the girl has, like, described herself as this actually means that she's not worthy of a long-term relationship. This girl is recreational use only, I'm afraid. Again, it's not anything personal I have against the person. It's their actions, their choices, their words, their decisions that lead to my conclusion. I don't have anything personal against anybody that I'm commentating on. It's literally, they make the choices, they say the words, I commentate on the words. Okay, please leave a comment if you agree or disagree. Let's continue.
On cloud 9. Bruh, you don't want to mess with the females. Actually, I'm speaking for myself. You don't want to mess with the Taurus.
Oh, look, it's red flags united. So, astrology sign girls are on a whole nother level of red flag. But basically, this girl has said nothing of substance at all in this last however long she's been talking. So, disaster. Okay, let's continue.
Because I'm going to come after you, and I'm in it for the long game. I'm seeing it to the end. You might think that you got away. But bruh, give it a couple years.
So I guess she's talking about the Chad that got away. He's not going to want you in a couple years. Like, okay, anyway, let's move on.
I remember
when I cried over a guy that lived with his parents at 29 and had a mattress on the floor with no sheets. So this is the kind of guy that women select. Understand? You see? If her father had a chance to select a man, her father would do a much better job than that. And not only this, let's think about why she might have chosen this 29-year-old who lives with his parents and had a mattress on the floor with no sheets. Let's think about why she might have chosen him. Could it possibly have anything to do with his appearance, his height, how physically fit he was and physically appealing he was to this girl? I'll bet you my next paycheck that is the case. So when women say that looks don't matter, well, I mean, they're not really even saying that nowadays anymore. Now they're just blatantly coming out and saying that looks do matter. But anyway, let's continue. I'm just trying to not get copyrighted by muting the music here. All right, next.
What's your favorite flavor of women? No body hair. Yeah. Petite. Yeah. Smooth skin. No wrinkles. Yeah.
Okay, so far they're describing young, feminine, petite women. Cool. That's attractive, sure. Oh god, let's do a red flag test. Look at the expression on her face. Like, that says everything you need to know, right? A girl who's capable of making faces like this, guys, like, I don't know what to tell you. Also, the big glasses are a red flag too. Plus the filter she's using, plus the makeup she's using. It's like, guys, I'm telling you. Stay away.
Innocent. What?
Yeah, innocent. Great.
Virgin. Wait. Are you describing a child?
Okay, so this is the whole shaming thing, right? Like, okay. Here is a very common thing that women who are 35 plus do. And this girl's not 35 plus, but she is making this argument in order for 35 plus year old women who are past the wall in the comments to, you know, say, you go girl, you're so right, amazing, incredible, so true, men are the worst, etc, etc. So let me explain what she's doing here. So these women who are 35 plus, what they do is they say, oh, you as a man, you're interested in a 21-year-old girl who has no N count and who is shaved and petite? You are interested in a child. No. A young, attractive, physically fit woman who takes care of herself is not a child. She is simply more attractive than you. And so what women at that age are trying to do is they're trying to shame men into selecting loser women like them who have made terrible decisions in the dating market and now are in the bargain bin. They want men to select them and are trying to use shaming to get them to do that. And how do they do that? By calling younger women than them children. If a 35-year-old man goes for a 21-year-old girl, what these women who are 35 who actually want that man will say is he's going after a child. But that isn't what he's doing. What he's doing is he's maximizing his biological strategy, which is to get a woman who's young and fertile while he provides the protection and provisioning. That is traditionally the role difference between men and women. So no, this argument is ridiculous, terrible, and damaging. And again, your virtue signaling is not tricking anyone.
What? No. F***ing child.
What a disaster.
cut my jeans into pieces. These are my homemade jorts.
What? Okay, I'm not even gonna touch that.
Does anyone else's boyfriend have a boyfriend? Like, your boyfriend has that one friend that he spends all of his time with and, like, is always on the phone with, and, like, will hang up the FaceTime with you to answer the phone call from his boyfriend. You know what I mean?
So what she's saying is she doesn't want her boyfriend to give any other guy any other person more attention than her. She wants to monopolize the attention, and she's trying to shame the guy into not having friends in order to spend more time with her. That's the implication here. So again, women need attention like a flower needs sunlight. So that's what she's getting at here. So she's just jealous, right? It's like, for men get along much better with men than with women. And that has always been the case. Men are much more cooperative than women are. So men get along with each other better than men and women. That's just how it is, right? Anyway, so men, never give up your friends for a girl. You must have a network of people that you can turn to in your life. You must always have that. Because in the event that your relationship should end or things go badly in your life, and you know, negative things are inevitable. They're going to happen. You need a support network, and women are not a reliable support network, because if you get weakened, they're very likely to leave you. They're not likely to support you. That's why you need men around. So you should cultivate actively your relationships with your male friends. All right. Please leave a comment if you agree or disagree. Let's continue.
I mean, and you're like, why do I exist?
See, you don't gotta add no filters, no nothing. Just leave it at that. You doing too
Who's Jada?
much.
Oh, I love this. Okay, so the guy's making a TikTok with his girlfriend. And some other girl posts, can you just leave that girl and come over? So, ironically, you would think that this sort of thing would end the relationship, but no, it doesn't. What that does is it signals to the girl that the man she's with is a winner. It actually makes the guy more attractive. So it might cause a little bit of drama, but it actually keeps the relationship together, ironically. So this sort of thing is actually good for the guy, even though it might cause a little bit of drama in the moment.
I don't even know who the that is.
Who the is Jada?
It's just a
Yeah, that, again, never allow your girl to like, you see what I'm saying? No. This would be a relationship ender for me.
Frank, why are you hitting me that hard? Man, I don't.
Ridiculous. "2020 us living our best lives." Okay, so this is just like a compilation of girls just doing crazy things, which apparently is, you know, hot girl summer. It's so cool. Dancing with male strippers. Amazing. You know, so strong and empowered. So attractive. So amazing. So powerful. So great choices. Like, guys, it's no surprise to anyone that men walk away from relationships when this is common behavior for American women, right? Like, but not just American, Western women in general, right? This is not cool. This is not attractive. This is not exciting. This doesn't make us want you, women. It doesn't. Maybe some guys will come and smash, they'll have casual fun. But no guy is going to commit to you long term seeing even one of these TikToks. I'm telling you. Please leave a comment if you agree or disagree. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's just like drinking, tattoos, dancing, doing crazy belligerent stuff. What man in his right mind would marry or get into a long-term relationship with a girl that does this kind of stuff? No man would. It's not attractive. It's not cool.
Dude! So I had a student ask me why I had a band-aid on my face for 3 days. I have a cold sore. There it is. It's also known as herpes, I know, simplex 1 virus, yeah. It's a virus that lives in the nerve cells of your skin. I'm gonna give you some tips since I've had these since I was in high school. Number 1, don't pop them. Just don't, they'll spread easily. Number 2, don't have oral sex if you have one of these. You can give it to your partner on their genitals and...
Oh my god. Disaster. But it's not wrong. I like that she said she's had it since high school. I wonder how she got it. Anyway, we're not going to go into that. That's too not safe for work for YouTube. Let's continue. Disaster. Next.
You are coming out tonight. It is Friday.
You already f***ed up our Friday.
Come on, married boy.
Done. This is it.
Come on.
This is it.
Oh, here he is.
I'm not coming out, bro. My wife will kill me.
No, you know what? Come on, come on.
So this is an example of how most marriages in 2022 turn out. The guy ends up like a hostage, right? Like, he's forced to do whatever the wife wants, or else if he violates happy wife, happy life, he gets, you know, taken to the cleaners, loses his children, loses his house, loses half his stuff. And so the friends are making a joke about this by literally kidnapping the guy to be able to go out and have a good time like they used to do before he was married. You see what I'm saying, guys? Don't get married in 2022. Don't cohabitate. I'm telling you, it's stupid. Okay, let's continue.
Grab it. You don't got no shoes. Grab a shoe. Grab a shoe. Grab a shoe. Grab a shoe.
What was your epiphany moment that it was time to break up with your partner?
Oh, no. Okay, let's do the red flag test, guys. Giant glasses, over 35, young child, sleeve tattoo, single mother, short hair, like disturbing makeup, masculine sort of way of speaking, condescending way of speaking. So guys, again, in 5 seconds, I've gotten everything I need. I would never date or marry or cohabitate or anything with a girl like this. In fact, seeing a girl like this, I would never even enter into a friends with benefits. I would totally avoid a girl like this. This is exactly the red flags that you avoid. And then she's like, what is the epiphany that it was time to break up with your partner? And she's going to say something like, he was a word. He was the worst. He didn't do it. But it's going to amount to something like, he didn't do everything I wanted. He wasn't in my frame. He didn't want to be a useful idiot for me, basically. Again, let's see. Let's see.
So for me, I was married to an engineer, so I knew I had to give set goals and benchmarks. So we went to marriage counseling, and I told the...
Oh my God. Right, so marriage counseling is a red flag. It doesn't work. Basically what it amounts to is giving chores to your hubby and that he has to do in order to get bedroom fun or whatever. It turns your relationship transactional. But let's do a red flag test for this girl. Look at what she's wearing. She's not wearing feminine clothing. She's wearing a female suit. So what that implies, she's a strong, independent woman. So the implication again is that it's an equal relationship. But then which means the girl rules the relationship. And then, so that's one implication. But also, if she implies marriage counseling, it also implies she ruled the relationship. And the way that she described her husband, I knew he was an engineer, so I knew I had to give him goals and whatever. And like, basically, she's the mommy, he's the kid, right? Again, another indicator that she rules the relationship. So it's already, the relationship's already dead, right? From those 3 points, I already know. But here's the red flag more. Look at her hair. Look at the makeup she's done. Like a very masculine energy coming from this girl here. So again, these are the type of girls that they became the kind of guy they wanted to marry, and then they're surprised when they can't find a good guy to marry, right? And they end up divorced if they do marry, because they are not in their feminine, so they can't find a masculine man who actually, like an actual masculine man. What they find is feminine loser men who are useful idiots, because only those men would be with a girl like this. So these girls need to understand, you cannot act as a man and get a man. Instead, you'll get a feminine loser man if you put out that much masculine energy. That's just how it works. Again, leave a comment if you agree or disagree. Men of value, men who are superior, men who every man wants to be and all women want to be with, those men do not go for women like this. And there's a reason why. Because look at how she's talking.
Counselor, I would like dinner to be his responsibility once a week. He doesn't have to cook. It's just off my plate. I don't care if he orders, things like that. Our counselor had probably 30 years experience. The counselor turned to my ex-husband and said, what do you think about that? And he said, I don't want to do it because it seems like she's forcing me to do it. I will never forget the counselor's jaw dropping to the floor with 30 years experience. I got up, I said, we're getting a divorce, and I'm done.
So cool, so strong and empowered, so awesome. Great job. So what was the implication of this story? The implication of the story was I went to marriage counseling in order to strong arm my husband into doing more chores around the house because I wanted to do less, because I wasn't giving him bedroom fun and I wanted him to become more of a useful idiot for me. And so I used the arm that I could to do it. He refused to bend to my will because I ruled the relationship, and if he wasn't going to bend to my will and behave according to my standards and my rules in the relationship, then I ended the relationship. And the beauty of marriage in 2022 is if the girl ends the marriage and was rude to you, mean to you, disrespected you, tried to strong arm you, tried to use you, tried to make you feel like crap using all kinds of different systems, she still is favored. She'll get the children, she'll get half your stuff, she'll get the house, etc. So just understand that that's what... Oh, look at the TikTok handle. I didn't even notice this. She's a lawyer. Yeah, lawyer girls are a huge red flag. You don't want to marry a lawyer, guys. Okay. They are lawyers are argumentative and masculine by nature. They go against their femininity just by being a lawyer. You do not want to be with a lawyer. You notice how I got all of that stuff before I found out she was a lawyer? I didn't even notice a TikTok handle until later that she was a lawyer. Do you understand? You can see the signs just like me. You just need to look for them. Once you know they're there, you can prevent the problem. Don't date or marry a lawyer, please. And especially don't cohabitate with a lawyer. Like, they know the laws. They know how to get the alimony, the child support, half your shit. They know how to do that. So why would you willingly get into such a position? It's terrible. All right. On to Reddit, relationship advice. This is from 1 day ago. Good friend just blocked me because of wedding. I'll try and keep things short. I, 31 female, got married over the weekend to my husband, 33 male. We've been together for 5 years. It was a destination wedding and it was awesome. Best day of our lives. We got home yesterday and I started sending a couple pictures to people that weren't able to make it or who weren't invited. I have a friend, Matt, 28 male, who I've known for 3 to 4 years now. So guys, Matt is the guy you never want to be. Matt is a so-called beta orbiter. So he's the guy that actually wanted to marry this girl. But she used him for the attention, validation, taxi services, free dinners, saying good night honey every day, while she married and will have children with a different man. You understand? We chat pretty much daily, memes and random stuff, but I'd say we're close. Texted him the same couple pictures I've sent others. He replied congrats on how lucky Steve was, and then he said that I was the most beautiful bride he's ever seen and that he loves me and that he was blocking me because it's the right thing to do. So there you go. So guys, there is no such thing as a male friend. If a girl says she has male friends, what she actually has are backups. Those men are interested in her. Those men want to date with her. Those men want to sleep with her. And you do not want those men in your life. So do not give her access to those men. That is one of the relationship rules. If you're in a long-term relationship, she is to cut all of her male friends. Because this is what they are. They are men that are looking to poach your girl the first chance they get. Because that's what men want. Most men are invisible to women. Most men get no attention from women. Most men would jump at the chance to be with a girl. So, no male friends. I was kind of in shock. I sent a text quickly back, but he'd already blocked me. I didn't even get to really say goodbye. Now I have this empty space in my heart where my good friend used to be, and it hurts. Also, the other word for this is friend zone, right? Other than beta orbiter, but you get it. Clearly, he doesn't want to go around his boundaries, and I want to respect that. What am I supposed to do? Just let go of it all? How do you even do that? Okay, so top comment, let's see. With 1.2k upvotes. Leave him alone and move on, that's all you can do. 600 upvotes. First, remember that you can't be responsible for how another person feels about you. Second, respect that he blocked you and leave him to whatever he's dealing with. If he wants to talk to you, he knows how to. If you circumvent the block and show him this will get your attention, then you encourage behavior that will make things tough for you in the future. Clearly he's struggling with his emotions and thinks this is what he needs. Likewise, you're allowed to grieve the loss of this friendship, but the best thing you can do is confide in someone you trust who's disconnected from him and your husband so that you can be honest about your feelings. That will help you find a way to get past this. So again, guys, this girl is saying, how do I hold on to this branch? Because if my marriage doesn't go well, I used to believe that I had this guy to jump to, but now I don't anymore, and I'm so sad. Because again, what girls will do is they'll wait for the first opportunity for things to go bad in your relationship, and then they'll branch swing to that other guy, right? Instead of trying to make it work with you, they're going to jump to another guy. That's why there's no male friends. He didn't block you because of a wedding. This is another 500 upvote. He blocked you because of your wedding and the fact that he's in love with you. He realized he can't be friends with you and watch you live your life with another man. Let him have his space and enjoy your first few months of being married. And if you struggle to deal, get some therapy. Alright, so guys, again, you can't make this shit up. This is called beta orbiter, or, you know, the friend zone. That's what it looks like. And don't let that be you. What a waste of a man's time. Imagine texting this girl every day, and then she gets married to another guy. You see? So you wasted all of that time that you could have been spending doing literally anything else. Okay, guys. So we're going to end the video there. Again, if you're new to the channel, liking the content, please hit the sub button, hit all for notifications. If you're listening on the podcast, give me a 5-star review, give me a follow. If you agree or disagree with the comments that I said, please, that's what the comment box is for. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to listen to me. I really appreciate it. And especially if you've made it to the end of the video, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for listening, guys, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Please remember to do all of the following. Like the video for the algorithm. Comment on the video. I respond to all comments and I'll give you a heart. Subscribe and hit the bell so you can see my content on your feed. Check out all of my content on other platforms. It spreads the reach of the channel. YouTube, bit.ly/heliosyoutube. Rumble, bit.ly/heliosrumble. My blog is realheliosblog.com. My podcast, bit.ly/heliospodcast. My Patreon, patreon.com/theheliosblog. You can also support the show at bit.ly/heliosdonations and buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. Thank you so much for all of your support.